Over the past decade, we've seen some incredible growth in the areas west of Austin, including Bee Cave and the Lake Travis vicinity. And because of this, there are some major projects in the works that could change the area forever. These have taken years to get to the point of finally moving forward, and there are other major ones still in the queue. So today, I'm really excited to share what's to come for the area and ultimately get your input on whether you think this will be a pro or a con for the immediate location. Before diving in though, there are questions I'm going to answer for you about each project. The location, what the development entails, and when it's going to happen. So let's go ahead and jump right in. If you know anything about the area, you know that it's growing rapidly. This has resulted in increased traffic and congestion in many areas, and this next project is much needed to support the new and more exciting developments I'm about to cover. But before doing that, let me set the stage a little bit. The Lakeway area in particular was developed all the way back in the 60s, which means the existing roads are quite different from what's needed to support today's population. 620 is a major thoroughfare for commuters, both in the immediate Bee Cave and Lakeway areas, as well as a commuter highway that takes everyone all the way up to North Austin and Williamson County. Because of this, it's very necessary to add travel capacity to improve the flow of traffic and, of course, safety along this entire stretch. So the Texas Department of Transportation, also known as TxDOT, has major plans to widen 620 from Highway 71 all the way up to Hudson Bend Road. There are also additional phases of this project that will continue up to Highway 183. Currently, the stretch of 620 from Highway 71 to Hudson Bend Road is a 4-lane road with 2 travel lanes on either side and center turn lanes. The upcoming project will actually add a 3rd travel lane to either side and replace those center turn lanes with raised medians. They also have really nice plans to add a shared use bike and pedestrian path along that entire corridor, so hopefully that'll come together quite nicely. Because much of the area was developed so long ago and there are many existing businesses all along this stretch, the city is working very closely with those local businesses to really help mitigate any negative impact that could be caused by this expansion. And on that note, construction actually isn't expected to begin until 2028, but this could certainly change based on TxDOT funding and a variety of other details. Moving right along to some of the more exciting projects in the works, one I'm very excited about is Lakeway's new city center with over 80 acres of retail, a variety of residential and outdoor green spaces for residents and visitors. This development is going to be situated off of Loman's Crossing and behind the Oaks at Lakeway Shopping Center along 620. The goal of this city center is really to create just that, more of a Lakeway downtown with a nice main street and various shops and restaurants that I personally think are much needed. If executed properly, this would create a wonderful centralized hub for residents and visitors, similar to what you can find nearby in the Bee Cave area. This Lakeway City Center is made up of 3 projects, which we'll dive into. The largest is 350,000 square feet of commercial space, up to 330 residential units, and various public amenities like an amphitheater and, of course, walking paths. This in particular is going to be called the Square at Loman's. I mentioned a variety of residential housing. This center also includes several hundred apartment units and a 23-acre park. This is in addition to other age-restricted apartments called the Jovi. The reason this is relevant is because across the street is an over 55 community called Tuscan Village with freestanding homes and condos and really nice amenities throughout. Part of Lakeway's city center will have an extension of Tuscan Village to include about 21 cottages and 210 multifamily units at the Jovi, with half of those units being for residents over 55. Now, especially in Lakeway, there is some controversy about multifamily units in this particular area, so I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comments. Also in this development, some higher end residences are planned, as well as more affordable townhome options starting near that $700,000 range. These projects do contain multiple phases and could take several years to complete, with full completion actually slated for sometime around 2030. If the development comes to fruition as planned, having new shops and restaurants so accessible in Lakeway would be a wonderful boost to the community, but let me know what you think in the comments. Just around the corner is something I am super excited about, and this is the Village at Spanish Oaks. Spanish Oaks is one of my favorite luxury neighborhoods in the entire Austin area, so I have high hopes for this 80-acre mixed-use development. In the Village at Spanish Oaks, plans include a Main Street district, which will be known as the Hangout Spot, and this is supposed to include a luxury hotel and spa, a new Bee Cave City Hall, which is actually currently located in the Hill Country Galleria, additional retail shops, restaurants, and of course, so much more. Plans also include residential units with freestanding homes and a 4-story townhome style product for sale. Of course, office space will also be part of this mixed use and is going to be in the ballpark of 250,000 square feet of available space. This project has taken much longer than expected to get off the ground, but according to my sources, they hope to break ground in spring of 2026. Before I share more about a controversial new development in the works, let's head west on Highway 71 past Spanish Oaks to our next exciting residential development, Travis Club. What makes this upcoming neighborhood so special is that it's situated on 1,500 acres with 10,000 feet of Lake Travis frontage, and this is not easy to find in the area. Travis Club will certainly be amenity rich, and it's made up of roughly 700 homes. In terms of amenities, all within the neighborhood, you'll have an 18-hole golf course and over 30 miles of hiking and biking trails. This is definitely a luxury community and lifestyle, so you can expect things to be elevated with a lakefront clubhouse and dining, a private marina, and a pool and racket center. Of course, these are just the highlights of the community though. Upon completion, site plans include a mix of single-family home lots and others that are designated for the villa units. In terms of pricing, lots are ranging anywhere from $700,000 all the way up to roughly $3.5 million. The size of the home sites will also vary between half an acre and your larger lots up to roughly 4 acres. What's extra thoughtful about this development is that every home site will have a view of some sort, whether it be the hill country, Lake Travis itself, or the golf course, because of the stair-step topography in this entire neighborhood. If you're looking for an amenity-rich community in the Texas Hill Country that's still close to all of your day-to-day amenities and necessities, and you're looking to build a spectacular custom home, this certainly could be the community for you. There's quite a bit that's underway within Travis Club, so be sure to reach out to us for more information, recommendations for builders, and anything else you may need to know in this neighborhood. In terms of timeline, roads and infrastructure for phase 1 are now complete, and roads have started for phase 2. The golf course construction is also underway and tracking for a spring opening next year, so things are certainly moving right along. Before covering one of the more controversial new developments I mentioned, I want to quickly welcome you to the channel. My name is Aubrey von Behren. I'm a licensed real estate broker here in the Austin Metro, helping hundreds of people buy and sell real estate in Austin, Texas. If you're considering a move, be sure to reach out because my team and I would certainly love to help. This next one is controversial and technically falls outside of the Bee Cave city limits. In prior years, Violet Crown Amphitheater was proposed but never built. This would have been a 20,000-seat amphitheater, distillery, and Topgolf style driving range, but it received a ton of pushback. Now, at Highway 71 near the Southwest Parkway intersection, a high-end resort and condo development is actually being planned. This could have a 5-star hotel with 150 rooms and a maximum of 650 condo units. Amenities in this development would include restaurants, bars, meeting spaces, a distillery, and even a wellness and spa center. While the plans for this have not been finalized, so it's possible there are fewer condo units, the goal of the project is actually to cater to young professionals and empty nesters who have fewer condo options in this immediate area. Like the originally proposed amphitheater, this has certainly run into opposition of its own, but I'm curious to know your thoughts. Would you be excited about something like this near the Bee Cave and Lake Travis areas, or do you see potential hurdles ultimately? Personally, I'm jonesing for some new nice restaurants in the area, so that could be a nice piece of the equation, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comments below. With that being said, this project certainly has a ways to go in terms of finalizing plans, obtaining certain permits, and even selecting a contractor. If building permit applications can be submitted By the summertime, though, groundbreaking could actually start by the end of the year. Now, jogging back over to Bee Cave near the Hill Country Galleria are two projects, one of which is nearing completion and the other in a bit of a standstill. The first project is known as the Backyard, which actually started out as an old Austin staple and a well-known outdoor live music venue that hosted names like David Bowie, Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson, Coldplay, Sheryl Crow, and so many other huge names. In the works is an entire redevelopment of the Backyard, which would cover 35 acres, include 12 different food and beverage areas, and music offerings, of course. Because the Backyard was always centered around live music, this redevelopment would also include a 3,700-seat amphitheater, a 150-room boutique hotel, a public park, and of course, office space. I also happen to live in the Lake Travis area just around the corner from Bee Cave, so I would be thrilled to have upcoming events so conveniently located. The Backyard project has been at a standstill for some time now, though, primarily because they cannot get enough water usage approved through the local municipality. This is very much still in the works though, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and I'll keep you in the know of all of the ongoing updates. Our next project under construction is just around the corner from the Backyard and the Hill Country Galleria, which is the area's largest mixed-use hub. For a while now, we've been watching the construction of what is known as the Pearl. This is actually a combination of luxury apartments and attached townhomes on the corner of Bee Cave Parkway and 620. These luxury apartments include 322 units and the townhomes will consist of 55 homes. This, of course, means increased density, and adding density on these small roads, one of them being 620 that I mentioned earlier in this video. This development has also included the widening of roads and sidewalks throughout this stretch. Because the Pearl is situated just across from the Hill Country Galleria and Bee Cave Central Park, the area will actually be quite walkable for those who are looking for more of that lifestyle that's kind of hard to find in the area, especially in the Hill Country itself. Now, from a residential standpoint, the Galleria actually does have a handful of 3-story homes within the commercial shopping development itself. So interestingly, this new section of the Pearl, especially the townhomes specifically, is certainly following suit. With new development in the works, it's going to be hard to avoid an increase in traffic and congestion in the area as these locations grow. But the perk is that we have more nice commercial development to follow, and residents will have more entertainment options at their fingertips. I know I'm personally very excited about that piece. If you're interested in ongoing content about real estate, neighborhoods, and big announcements throughout Austin and Texas in general, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what you think about each of these developments. As a reminder, my name is Aubrey von Behren. I'm a licensed real estate broker helping hundreds of people buy and sell real estate. If you are looking to make a move, be sure to reach out through the information below because my team and I would love to connect. Until next time.